Come on now. You already know what this is. First things first, God did this. Don't get mad with us. I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. And we got the legacy maker himself, Mr. Exclusive. And we got the one man and the only man that can check into the Heartbreak Hotel. That's Heartbreak Prince himself.
Hey. Yeah, come on now.
Oh,
You
man.
need to start this again.
Come on now. Come on. Now, look, we told y'all what we was about to be doing last night. Mr. Exclusive, I'm going to let you go ahead and take the floor on this and let the people know what we got for them.
Look, everybody, first of all, thank you. Thank you for coming back for another episode. Last night, great Exclusive Minds episode. I want to thank everybody for tuning in for it. We had a really good time. We gave our Royal Rumble picks, predictions. If you did get a chance, we still got time before everything starts at 2. You can go back and take a peek at it. It's about an hour and 10 minutes long. So y'all make sure y'all go back and check that Exclusive Minds episode. Now, with that being said, it is now officially time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Xclusive Knights Royal Rumble draft pool selection. Now, the way that we do this every year, and this is so much fun, we do it amongst each other, and who knows, maybe one day it takes off to a level like no other. But the way that we're doing it, we have 9 participants in this draft. And so as the draft goes, the person that draws number 1 will have a choice to either pick the men's rumble or the women's rumble. And if whatever rumble that they select, we go in that draft order for that rumble. Then it will flip for the other rumble. So if you end up getting the last pick in the whatever rumble the winner selects, you will be the first pick in the other rumble. And so what ends up happening, the way we're set up right now, we have three. Each person will get 3 picks. And the way we do it is, as an example, let's say I have the first pick. So if I have the first pick, then I would select a number 1 through 30. That would be one of my spots. If that spot wins, you win the pool. So we've had a couple of people on our team that have won 3 times. The Queen of Nights, shout out to her. She has won 3 straight years. I do not know what voodoo she has.
It's not going to be a 4th. It's not going to be a 4th.
No.
I do not know what voodoo she has, but she's won 3 straight years. She has the most wins all time. Then our man,
She's been banished to the Night's Watch.
Yes, yeah. The Night's Watch she goes. And then we've got 2. We have 2 winners. A couple of people that won twice. That would be our man One Night Bates. He's won 2 times
For
with
one night
our
only,
girl
baby.
Yannette, who came in as a special guest one time. She has a win in her 1 year. She's got a split, but your boy can't win one, and so she's got a win. And then Eric Knight himself has a win.
Come on.
Elwood, aka HB Prince, has a win,
And also
Mama
shout
Knight.
out- Come on,
Mama
you
Knight
did it for the family. Did it first.
So the Knight family has at least 2 wins in the stable. And then there's 3 people, and including our special guest for this time is 4 people that have never won. Myself, G-Force, aka my man Greg, and then Kenny, the real Kenny Omega. We have yet to taste victory. And then, of course, last but not least, our special guest for this year, my man Larry Patterson, aka Mr. Nighttime. With all that being said and all that scramble, now it's time for y'all to find out who drew number 1 and what rumble they selected. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this a few minutes of greatness and who got the pick. What's up, fellow Knights of the Round Table? Welcome to the 6th annual. I think this might be the 6th or the 7th annual. No, it's the 6th. It's the 6th. It's the 6th annual Exclusive Knights Royal Rumble pool, and I'm glad to be able to get everything set up for another round. We've had a lot of fun doing this. We've got a 3-time winner, a queen at that, a 3-time winner, a couple 2-time winners, a couple guys that have won it once, and a couple guys that have never won it at all. This year, a friend of mine's, Larry, aka Mr. Game Time, will be joining us as a guest on the Rumble pool. So that'll make our winnings today for each Rumble at $45 a piece. Now, with that said, we're going to go ahead and get the Rumble draft started. Got everything set up here. If it happens to run on me at the beginning of this, we're going to start over. I refuse to be the first one, just out of fairness, during the thing. Now, obviously, if I'm the 8th and I get the first, that I'm not changing. But in this part, where you get the opportunity to be the first person to pick, then we will go about that, obviously a little bit different. So here we go. Who will have the first pick of our Rumble drafts and have the opportunity to choose if he wants the first pick or she wants the first pick of the women's or the men's Rumble? Dun, 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 dun. And the winner, who will get the first pick? Ladies and gentlemen, Heartbreak Brother, aka my man Elwood, will have the first pick of this draft. Who will have the second pick? Heartbreak Brother. It is. Eric Knight will have the second pick of the draft. Man, that's crazy. Let's see who we got next. Mr. Game Time. So Larry will get the third pick. Who will get number 4? Bates will be number 4. So our man Bates, aka One Night Bates, will be number 4. Number 5. Greg will be number 5. So congratulations to Greg. Who will be number 6? And this is crazy. I was just messing earlier. Number 6 will go to Kenny. Kenny will have the 6th slot in one of the Rumbles. And of course, reverse order for the other. Russ will have slot number 7. I think I might have just jinxed myself, but in a good way, though. So it's going to be between me and the Queen of Knights for the 8th and the 9th spot. Obviously, the person that gets the last spot will get the first selection in the other Rumble. Will it be the 3-time champ or the guy who's never never won? Here we go. Well, I knew it. So your boy will be number 8 and number 1 or number 9 in the first Rumble, or number 9 in the first Rumble choice will be the Queen of Hearts. And so your boy here will be number 8. So in the opposite Rumble, reverse order. So, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for participating once again. And I hope you all enjoy the Rumble. May the best man or woman, or maybe I should just put it like this, may the best knight win.
That's the way it will roll. So congratulations to the man, the myth, the legend that is the Heartbreak Prince. He has been selected as the number 1 slot. And look, it's fun every year when we do this. It's a lot of fun. And, we technically have a slot for one more person, but, since we done all the pageantry, maybe next year we'll have 2 guests come in next year and make this an annual thing where we add, a second guest or whatnot to the pot. So just so people can see it one more time, Elwood has the number 1 slot, aka Heartbreak Prince. He selected to go with the men's rumble, meaning that the number 1 slot in the women's rumble goes to Shaliqua, aka the Queen of Knights. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna say this. I'm a little sad because I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, something crazy gonna happen, but somehow the Queen of Knights has snuck her way into a number 1 spot.
The first thing I said was, yeah, voodoo. I'm not believing this BS, bro. But if y'all would have seen the wait, man, if y'all could have seen how Heartbreak Prince got up so fast and grabbed the time. Oh God!
Because I told everybody yesterday that I was going to break hearts today, and it started off in the best way possible. When it comes to someone that has to take down the queen of the night, who better than the prince, the ruler himself? All of you other
I want the crown.
I am the jet flying, wheeling dealing, show stealing. I am the one. And this year's 2026 Royal Rumble will be me. I am the winner. I will be El Campeón. You understand?
My man, not Bland said this should be awesome. Look, I'm gonna tell you, look, this is always fun for us, man. We have a good time, and
I love this. This is my favorite part of the year.
Yeah, we get excited about it because we know what's about to go down. And believe me, it is a lot of fun. Russ says 3 doesn't sound bad to him. I mean, look,
I feel that
in the women's rumble, like, you know, that's a solid spot.
All I know is me at number 2.
If you ask Nelly, 3 nobody remembers. 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. I am number 1. Let's go.
My man Bland said he wants in. Look, technically we have one more. Look, we've got one more spot, D. And and look, to make the pot a solid $50 this year, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
Get Bland.
We're gonna talk.
Get Bland in there.
Hey, the Queen has to lose this year. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way, bro.
Straight years.
No, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. That's crazy.
It is not happening.
Nah, man. Look, I'm at number 2. I'm good with me. Look, all I know is I'm gonna just watch. I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna call Mother Night. I say, Ma,
we gotta be
strategic. What numbers we picking? I'm gonna ask my wife, babe, what numbers we picking? Y'all get 2, I get 1. I need my lioness in here.
Let's go.
Man, this about to get crazy.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I know. Shout out to the Queen.
Yeah, shout out to the Queen.
It cannot be.
I mean, if it happens again, there's
it's going to be an embarrassment. That's
we're gonna have to call in the FBI. There might have to be some allegations to figure out how her and her partner in crime for life, Kenny Omega, are figuring out these numbers. Like, this is insane work. Like,
that's insane.
It's so funny because every time it happened, we all in the group chat or wherever we are at the time, we'd be like, oh no. Like, I mean, every year it's like, how did she get Cody? You know what I'm saying? It's always like, yo, how did this happen? You know? So, hey, look, we got it. Like I said, we got a couple 2-time winners. Garden State Warrior, aka Stat Man, he's won it twice. I mean, I just want to get it one time.
Once.
Yeah.
Just one. You know, every year I've come to Liv Morgan. If it happens, I get her this year, Liv. Come on. You're the favorite to win it. That's all I'm asking, man. I just want a dub. You know, I just want a dub. But hey, man, look, that's the fun part about it. We pick the numbers. We don't know who's coming out. The WWE doesn't. I mean, unless you pick number 1 after they said Braun Breaker's going to be number 1, and you have that much faith that Braun Breaker's going to be number 1, then maybe you go with 1. So I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm ready. This is it. And the last piece of this, and I know we got to move on. At 1:15, we're going to start making our official picks then. So we may try to record that so it can be seen on the channel, but it may be a little bit chaotic by that time as well. So we don't know.
It's always
out, but
it's always chaotic. Yeah. Is 23 still available?
And I'm over here on my
23 went 2-3 picks ago.
Yeah, I'd be on my tablet talking about something. And I'm writing everything down. So last year was the first year I actually kept who we picked, and I should have kept it this year. And that's
My
shame
picks
on
were
me for
so
not doing it.
bad.
But next year, I'm going to make this year. I'll have it for next year. We can say, hey, this is the mistake you made last year. So, you know, man, last year I had in the men's rumble, y'all going to laugh at this. I had Dom, I had Braun Strowman, and then I had Rey Mysterio because I picked one. I said, no.
Jesus.
I was like, nah, this ain't it.
God, man.
And
So-
my picks weren't too much better.
I know one year I had Tamina. I knew I was done.
Hey, nobody
yeah.
meaner
I
than Tamina.
I was
Nobody
like, yeah, you
meaner
can
than
throw my
Tamina.
number away.
I remember Eric was so upset. He said, hell no, he was hurt.
I
He
was hurt, bro.
Yeah, he was hurt. And
I said out of all numbers,
last
this
year
is
in
the
the
number I
women's,
get Tamina.
last
That's
year
the one. It does hurt when your number comes up and you hear the music and you realize
Like,
this is
nah.
not it.
Nah, yeah, it's a waste of a number, bro. It's a waste of a pick.
it puts this much, like, I don't know, it's just something that just like, oh my goodness, why? You know, and last year for the women, I had solid number. I had Jordan Grace at 20. I had Liv Morgan. I felt really good about Liv, even though I didn't think it was her year. And then I had Nikki Bella. If it happens this year, I'm throwing my television. So
My picks were
Just-
so bad, I forgot who I had. I think I might have had Kit Wilson last year at one of the picks, but
That's crazy.
but I
Toxic
think this year-
masculinity.
and then this year he's kind of coming on with the toxic masculinity. But I think last year I had him as one of my picks. It was bad.
yeah.
If the queen wins again this year, I'm turning heel.
Yeah, we riot.
Yeah.
We got look. We love her. We love her
heel.
to death. That's our girl, the queen
What's
of
up,
nights.
BJ?
She just
What's
be
up,
on top
BJ?
of it, you know. And so if she wins this year, yeah, there's gonna be some pain. Like 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
Set up. What's
Insane.
up, BJ?
No.
Insane, bro.
Some type of presidential term. What's happening?
Yeah.
That presidential term is crazy.
No, we voting her out. She out.
It's like, hey man, can't have this happen. You can't be in there next year. Nah.
Nah, bro.
She in there with her lemon pepper steppers on the desk.
like, yo, what? Telling you,
There's a-
can't do it.
Over there talking about there's only one queen around here. You know,
There's
what?
only one queen.
Right.
Bend the knee.
Bend the knee, people. Bend the knee.
Bend the
Oh
knee.
man.
Oh, that's great.
Oh man. Oh, there go that man Zach, man. Hey, shout out to
Zach,
Zach,
good morning.
man, giving us the national holiday, National Hot Chocolate
can do
Day.
this.
Look,
Hey,
I
and
can do
this is the day forward because it's cold
Hey, I
outside.
can do this. It's snowing outside. Hey, we good. We good.
Oh man. Well, let's go ahead and talk about everything that happened with this wrestling week, because you know we got to get ready for this Rumble, man. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the 2 hours and 30 minutes of fire. Monday Night Raw, baby. Man. Monday Night Raw, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I had a few things made me question some things that was going on for this week. Of course, you know, we've been talking about Fnn Balor for the last couple of weeks. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Free
Few
Finn.
things. Free Finn. Free Finn, please. But of course, they started this episode off with AJ Styles, CM Punk. First of all, you know, AJ Styles came out talking about how he was going to beat Gunther, how everybody was, you know, kind of doubting him. And he's like, you know, look, y'all don't have anything to worry about. I've got this. CM Punk comes out. He says, I don't know if you're making a conscious decision. I don't think this is a smart decision. What if, you know, you lose and now we're all going to lose you? I don't want to lose my best friend. You talk about doing all these things for another time and having these one last matches. Well, how about we do a match tonight? CM Punk versus AJ Styles for the title. And of course, you know, Adam Pearce made it official. Then we flash forward. Man. Now, I ain't even gonna lie. This was actually this match was not bad. Okay. Because let's really talk about this with the Judgment Day. Okay, Raquel, Roxanne, Liv. Okay, losing to Stephanie Valkyrie, Rhea Ripley, and Io Scott. And honestly, I ain't gonna cap. I ain't no Glazer, but this match did not get better till Rhea got tagged in and she cleaned house. I said, Rhea, this is the mommy I know that I love to see. I mean, she was killing it up in there. But honestly, getting the dub And honestly, this was the finish right here. Then we flash forward, and look at it. Look, we've been talking about this whole thing with Adam Pearce and the shenanigans going on with the Vision, man. Look, Adam Pearce comes out, apologizes to Braun Breaker. Then, after that, shakes Paul Heyman's hand. Then says that Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and Austin Theory are all in the Royal Rumble. I said, all right, Adam, what are we doing here? We'll see what happens. Then we flash forward. Man, come on. Because right after that, we had a phenomenal match with Austin Theory beating Rey Mysterio. And of course, how this happened, the division with the Vision, okay, causing distractions, beating the hell out of Penta, beating the hell out of Dragon Lee, causing distractions, beating the hell out of Rey Mysterio for Austin Theory to get the dub. And honestly, it got to the point to where the Vision was just clearing house, and wasn't no Adam Pearce around, or nothing. This was just crazy. Then we flash forward. Man, my girl Natty, man. I loved every single second about this one, boy. Look, I thought this was great. Seeing Natty, okay? Seeing Natty, talking her stuff, saying as to why she betrayed Maxine Dupree. I said, man, this is good right here, man. Cut a great promo. And honestly, I'm hoping, and Mr. Exclusive, you kind of talked about this, I'm hoping this is the route that they go for her on her heel run, and maybe we might see her get that Naomi push.
Yeah,
just see what happens.
That's she's a sneaky Rumble winner, people. Like, you gotta, like it. We talked a little bit last week about, hey, these people. She's a sneaky one. She could win, and I think people would be okay with this Natty winning. So you just gotta be on the watch. She could be. We talked about impacts last night. She could definitely be a big impact in this Rumble. So just be on the lookout.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Then we flash forward. Man, look, this was interesting here. Gunther. Gunther telling Michael Cole he can retire you right now within the next 20 minutes. I said, boy, you funny with this one. But, I mean, this was good. Gunther's pretty much saying I was going to decimate AJ Styles. I said, yeah, you probably are, man. I ain't going to lie. I expect to see Gunther getting a lot of offense into this. Then we flash forward. Man, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know if I'm happy or just kind of pissed. But look, we had the Alpha Academy going up against the New Day, American Made, and Los Americanos to become number one contenders for the titles. I ain't even gonna lie, man. It should have already been the New Day. Why? Like, and I've said this before. Why is it when we see tag teams win a title opportunity, they got to put their opportunity on the line for everybody else? I've been saying this. I'm sick of this. Every time I turn around, man, I can't keep doing this with y'all. I can't. The New Day shouldn't even have had to be in this, but it's whatever. But we see what happens. Man, look, American Alpha. And this was really good for Tozawa, man. I ain't gonna lie. This was good to see him actually be able to do what he does best. And honestly, American Alpha getting the dub to become now the number one contenders for the tag team champions. Then we flash forward. Don't
get our hopes up. Don't get our hopes up.
Flash forward to this man, Finn, talking to CM Punk, gave some respect. I said, all right, Finn, I feel that. Punk saying to Finn, when do you feel like you're ever going to be an actual champion? Because you can't do it following Dirty Dom. You can't be doing it being with the Judgment Day. You need to drop them and win the Rumble. I said, man, come on. Don't you play with us with this. But then Liv, right around the corner, asking Finn, are you actually listening to CM Punk? Are you thinking about leaving the Judgment Day? CM Punk doesn't give a damn about you being a world champion. But we do. The Judgment Day does, because we're your family. Finn says, look, it's just a lot more than that. Walks off. I said, all right, Finn. All right, bro. Then we flash forward to the main event with AJ Styles and CM Punk. Now, this was interesting because who interrupted that match? Fnn Balor. Okay, look. beating the hell out of AJ Styles, then beating the hell out of CM Punk. Look at this. I love this right here. I love this right here. Came and hit CM, first of all, on the outside barricade. All right. Kicked CM Punk to the outside barricade 2 times in a row. Then hit CM Punk with 3 coup de grace. And this is the finish right here. Man. Man. I ain't gonna lie, man. This whole thing with Finn, this is the reason why I say I really feel like he might be the one to win the Rumble. They just the little nuggets, the little breadcrumbs they're leaving in. I'm like, all right, y'all might have something with this. But then again, I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up. It's just it's looking like such an obvious excuse me, an obvious pick. But I don't know if this is the real pick they're gonna go with. Like the story is set up for Finn. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now, probably for a couple of months. What they've been doing with Finn, this whole thing this year, him saying, I need to become the real Finn again, all this, that, and the third. So I mean, I'm hoping to see it. All the stuff they done showed, even on NXT this week, when they showed the little, NXT archives and all that other stuff, and they was showing the first person they showed was Finn Balor. I said, okay. So I don't know, man. I'm hoping that it is going to be Finn. I think he has. I just feel like he would make the most sense to win this Rumble. So we'll see what happens. Heartbreak Prince, what are your thoughts, man? What you think?
I don't know, because Adam Pearce said that there's no spot for Finn in the Royal Rumble. 30 men on the roster.
He lying.
Yeah.
How did you miss
No, you
Finn
lying,
Balor for the Royal Rumble? Like, how did he get overlooked with 30 spots to fill? But I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. It's just that further little nudge that make you feel like they might go this way. They might let this be the domino to drop. I am here for it. I think they, like you said, they're dropping the little nuggets with him and CM Punk and the comments between him and CM Punk. The only thing is, I don't know if I liked the way the show ended, as far as him still coming out as like heel Finn, because it still seems like he's going to be sticking to the Judgment Day, unless he's just going to be Finn in Judgment Day as a heel, but he's going to be the Prince. So I don't know. I don't know, or I don't know if that's another thing to throw you off. I mean, it's kind of an interesting thing because of the way CM Punk talked about him needing to get away from Judgment Day, which we've been saying for a while, free Finn.
3 years.
But but when the camera pan and Liv was there, and then she gave those puppy dog eyes, I was like,
hard to get away from them puppy dog eyes, man.
It's gonna be hard to get away from Liv. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but I'm looking forward to it just because I'm excited to see what happens, and I hope that they can deliver a great story or finish with Finn, whether it be this Royal Rumble. I don't know if it's gonna be here or Elimination Chamber. It's so many things up in the air, which is a good thing. It is a good thing, especially for WWE to be going into the Royal Rumble, and we're like, well, maybe it's Braun Breaker, maybe it's Finn, maybe it's LA Knight, maybe it's Roman Reigns, maybe it's a good thing, because like I said, for the last few years, we've kind of all had a feeling or inkling who would be the winner. So I'm looking forward to it. I liked how they focused around Finn a lot throughout this show. And I would love to see Finn win. I'm just trying to keep my hopes down, keep my hopes low. And that way, if it doesn't happen, I'm not in a deep depression. I'm okay. We're good to go, because I understand, it's a lot. As far as the show overall, I just thought this week's Raw was decent. I don't what they're doing with the Vision still is kind of bothering me just a little bit, but seeing Austin Theory get a dub, I for some weird reason, I really want somebody to become like the breakout person that is not like force fed to me. Like, I know they're force feeding me Braun Breaker, but I want it to be somebody different. And so we're gonna see what happens with that. Natty's promo was good. It's just, if you're gonna do this with Natty, I need y'all to go all the way in and actually have Natty on screen more often throughout the year. Like, most of last year we rarely even saw her. She rarely even wrestled. So If you're going to go this way with Natty and you're going to have the story, please, put her on the screens week in and week out. Let us see Ms. Lionheart do her thing. But overall, Raw was good. I like I said, it was a decent show.
Man, you said it's a lot of great stuff there, HB Prince. Look, it was a great show. Overall, I mean, it was solid. I mean, let me clarify, it was solid. Man, this Finn situation is so weird. Like,
it is.
I like how they're kind of making you feel like he's still trying to figure out what exactly he wants to do. It's like, hey, he's got Liv on this shoulder telling him one thing. You got CM Punk on this shoulder telling you the other thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that what we saw at the end of that is him trying to say, hey, look, Judgment Day, I'm kind of still here with you, but I'm still contemplating. Like, I think it's a good way to throw us off the scent if they make this move. It's going to be, if they go this route, man, like, it's going to be, I feel like it can be really amazing. They got he's a really good choice to build up for the next 3 months. We know his backstory. We know he got injured, had the belt for one night. There's many fans, millions of fans, I would gather, to say, hey, this guy has never gotten his due. And how could you not make this run with him? Now, if he doesn't win the Rumble, I think he's a strong candidate for the Elimination Chamber. So it's like, one or two things can come out of this Rumble where he can either be set up for the chamber or he wins it. And I think that because at this point, what's the purpose of doing all this with him if you're not giving him a title shot here soon? And hopefully they don't be like, oh, you can have the title shot at, the Elimination Chamber. Not gonna be thrilled with that. No, it needs to either be you're setting him up for the Rumble, because if he has a shot at the Elimination Chamber, he's not winning. We all know he's not winning if they're going to do it that way. So let's pray that's not the move, and it's one of the other two. So with that being said, I'm like HB Prince here. I kind of want to see how this goes. I don't want to get my expectations up, but it's hard to, because they've done a really good job of getting you kind of in the mood of, hey man, Finn has a shot at this, Also, like you said, like all of these years we've seen it where it's been like, we kind of know who's, going to be the winner or who's going to more likely be the winner. Last year, there was about 7 or 8 where we felt like, okay, these people, I can see it. This year, it really is just wide open. Okay, and there's a few that maybe a smidge above, like you can see Sammy just because of where they are, and they've been kind of hinting at it since WrestleMania last year. And then, you can see Cody, even though you don't want that. Brock Lesnar's going to be in this Rumble. We know we don't want that, but we know how much they have a hard on for Brock Lesnar. and so, it's certain people that you just know off the cuff, the Roman Reigns, those people that could win it. And you'd be like, all right, this is WWE, that makes sense. And also they want to sell tickets in Vegas. So that's a part that we also have to look at. TKO wants to sell tickets in Vegas. Who can be a WrestleMania main eventer? And, that's why they went Jey Uso last year. Let's be honest with you. He's selling the most merchandise, and we're going to give him a shot and see what happens. It didn't work out. Boom. So I don't know if Finn is selling that same merchandise. So you have to kind of look at that, which that's why you got to kind of, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of look at that and be like, all right, I got to temper my expectations, but you're hoping that WWE does it right. And everything else in the show was pretty cool. Mommy's always on top. Shout out to her, and then Natty, can't you see? If you're going to do this, do it the Naomi way. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
My only thing about this though, guys, listen to like both of y'all and what y'all are talking about is the fact that, is this a bad thing? Like, as far as when we talk about Finn, because, if you take a peek behind the curtains, you see how calculated and how already prepared they are for these things, as far as like who they plan to have win the Royal Rumble next year and all that kind of stuff, and the build and all that stuff. And do you feel like this change to Finn, like how does that even go over, because of the fact that it seems so sudden? Like this whole time you've been thinking the Royal Rumble winner would be someone like a Cody, a Roman, a Braun Breaker, somebody they've been pushing, and you would have thought that they would have already had this long drawn out plan and build and already picked their winner. And now we're like Finn Balor. Like, do you think the fans, people, that watch, the show, like, is this the answer for like the masses when you're talking about selling tickets to Vegas.
Right.
And like because it seems so sudden. There's something about it that also seems so sudden.
Well, here's a there's a little extra to that. If this is done right, he will sell. We all know that he's beloved, so it could work. Now, what the WWE could be doing as well is, and we've seen this in the past, like we've seen it with Kofi, we've seen it with Daniel Bryan, we actually even seen it with Roman, like when in the earlier days. They will have somebody you expect to win lose and use that to push him to, get the fan momentum behind that person to get them to Mania. So if this is that strategy, expect Finn to be in the final two and him lose, then people are going to be heated. And so now people are like, and that's going to build up the, man, we got to have Finn. We got to have Finn, got to have Finn. So the way they use him in this Rumble is also critical. We have to really watch that. If he gets out early, then we've overlooked this completely. But if he's in that final 5, final 4, in that that last mix, he gets a late number. That's something we have to watch out for. That's why I said they have a chance to do something good here. Even if he loses and doesn't win, they have a chance to do something good here. So we just gotta be patient, but just don't do this the wrong way, WWE. You're so famous for doing it wrong. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Yeah, I think for me, I think if they have him win the Rumble, I think it could be that build up to him, leaving the Judgment Day, him becoming the Prince again, him becoming the Demon King. I feel like that they could. That's what I was thinking about when you saying short notice. I feel like they could use it to where they use him winning the Rumble as like almost like his redemption story of him coming back to being the Prince. Like they could really use it and take it to where, let's say, all right, wins the Rumble. All right, now it's like the next couple of weeks, lives in your ear. Dirty Dom might come back. Now during that time, you're like, you know what? I really don't need y'all. Then he goes back to being the Prince, comes back out, doing the whole thing, bring the music back out. Then at this point, maybe, everything with him and CM Punk, maybe you still got some stuff going on with the Judgment thing going on. Now we should probably be seeing the Demon King come back. And, just kind of how I'm seeing I think they could use these couple of months to bring him back to what we know, as you would say, Heartbreak Prince, the Finn of old. And I think to him to come back, redeem himself, win the championship at Mania. And we'll see what happens on the Raw after Mania, but that's what I think. That's what I think about it. So
yep. I guess we'll see, fellas, because we only got a couple hours. This is like 3 hours away. It's so weird. It's creeping up on us.
It really is. It really is.
Creeping up on us.
That is the weirdest thing about it. Oh, man. I am too. I'm excited.
Pumped up.
We talked about some of the great things with Monday Night Raw. Now it's time to talk about that man Sean cooking it up on NXT. Man, NXT, man. NXT. Whew, John, I ain't gonna lie, man. I see the direction you going in, man. You going in the direction with all the YNs, man. I low-key love this. I love it. Now, honestly, though, I thought this week of NXT, of course, great episode. Great episode. Yeah, me too, now, Bland. It's something about.
I'm not even gonna lie to you about that.
Me too.
It's something about it. I think I was saying this when All In, when they had All In at 2:00, I was like, yo, it's something about when they do a pay-per-view in the early afternoon.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we getting the day started right. And then you still got the evening left. I just, it's just great. I love it. But let's go ahead and talk about it because the Pebble ain't with WWE no more. So I think this is her last episode.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So we got to talk about the Pebble for a little second because they kicked this episode off, okay, with the Vanity Project. All right. Now, look, we've seen Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's already attacked the Vanity Project's telling Ava, look, it wasn't us. She said, yeah, it's pretty hard to believe seeing that you got a whole steel chair in your hand. I said, yeah, that's wild to even do. But the Pebble, trying to get some help, trying to get things in order. All right. Then we flash forward. Man, look, I ain't even gonna lie. This was an actual really good tag team match. We had Dark State beating OTM. Now, look, this was interesting. All right. The chaos that was going on, everything that was happening from, you know, with everything with Dark State, then we had Hank and Tank coming through. Man, it got crazy. But to the point where Saquon, all right, getting that roll up pin. Loki tried to get his foot on the rope and honestly to the quick pin. And that's how it went down, man. Oh man. But then after the chaos, because every tag team gonna come out. What I loved about this, the culling. The culling. Okay. Comes and cleans house. And now it looks like they're kind of making their statement that they're looking for that NXT championship, those tag team championships. See what happens. Then we flash forward. Man, look, I ain't gonna lie. This was another really good match right here. And I truly love this match here. Okay. Because look, and we're talking about the women's wrestling. I've been saying this, man. Jada Parker beating Nikita Lyons. Now, I thought this was crazy, first of all, because Blake Monroe was, backstage and saying some stuff. Nikita says, you know what, I can handle Jada Parker. I said, come on, Nikita, I get it. You a lioness, you saying all this, that, and the third, but I don't know when it comes to Miss Parker, man. It just ain't
Miss
happening.
Parker.
Come on, man. But Jada getting the dub, and then Blake Monroe. What's up, Court? I feel that. Hey, look, we all love Miss Parker, man. Look, but Blake Monroe telling Jada Parker, be careful and be aware. Look, I'm loving this so far with this. I just swear I wish Blake had the title for this because this would make it just so much more.
Oh my God.
Just so much more satisfying. But I love what they're doing with it. So we're going to see what happens with that. Then we flash forward. Man, look, I ain't going to lie. Another match out here. Look, we had Dion Lennox beating Miles Bourne, okay, to enter into the NXT ladder match. All right. Now, I ain't gonna lie, to see what my man Dion is doing. Look, he's another one. He's a really good voice for Dark State. I actually like what he's been doing lately, so I ain't gonna lie about that one. Man. But the crazy thing about this, man, Ethan Page was sitting there trying to, tell Miles Bourne, look, this is what you need to do to win. Tries to throw him the title, pretty much to the point where he calls a distraction. But then, of course, that's when you actually see that man Dion Lennox getting the double Miles Bourne. And honestly, Miles, I think we might be looking at a new contender for this NXT North American Championship. So we'll see what happens. Then we flash forward to the Don. Tony D'Angelo. Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's kind of hurt me because he broke silence. Man wasn't talking for a few weeks. I was all for it. Mr. Xclusive, you talk about this, man. I think they should have kept him quiet. Hell, I would have been okay if he would have wrote a note and passed it to Ava at this point.
That part. That part.
Yeah, man. But, he broke his silence, and Ava said, what's going on? She said, NXT needs the Don. NXT needs Tony D'Angelo. I said, damn, I said the glaze is crazy, but I get it.
Donut style.
Krispy Kreme, boy, like it's fresh out the oven with the glazing with this, but I get it. This Tony Dan, this is the Don. But the Don saying, look, I'm gonna tell my side and tell my piece next week. I said, come on, Tony, you could have just came out and said something right now. But we'll wait and see what happens with that. Then we flash forward. Okay. All right, now this one I really got to talk about. I ain't even gonna cap, bro. This was good. Because before I even seen NXT, okay, before I even seen NXT, and we got to talk about this real quick. I seen a video of Alexis King dropped a 2-minute video saying he was getting tired of all these athletes and all these other people coming up and getting the spot, and he said it's my birthright. I said. It's like it sounds like a nice little faction name. Then you seen Lexis King paired up with Stax and Ariana Grace. Then They done grabbed up my man Charlie Dempsey. I said, okay, this is what I like to see. The second generation of next generation wrestlers coming together in a faction. This is creative, Sean. This is why I call you the damn chef now.
Is this not what we talked about months? Remember when we had this conversation and I was talking, I said, hey guys, you got all of these guys that have talent. Embrace embrace the genetics, man. Embrace the nepotism. Lexus King, your dad was one of the most iconic, wild, just one of the best wrestlers we've ever seen. Great energy. Embrace that. You're Brian Pillman Jr. Hey, go and be insane, bro. Look, nobody's gonna be mad at that. Charlie Dempsey, your dad is one of the most. We talking about one of the most gutsy, tough. He made Goldberg look stupid for 8 minutes. We talking about we talking about future Hall of Famer. Should have been a world champion. We're talking about he's a man, a mighty man. We talking about old school theme from '95. We talking about William Regal. Embrace it, bro. You got the hair flow. Like, I know they're not trying to sound whatever you want to call it, but like his hair, everything, his look says I can be a nasty heel.
Nasty.
Come on, guys. Like, it's right there. Let the nepotism flow.
Then you got Ariana Grace. Come on, that's the one. You got the woman in there, second generation. I said, y'all are cooking with this.
Do it. It's there right in front of you.
I really like this, man. I really like this. I love this. I said,
what's the fashion name? The Birthright?
Mm-hmm. The Birthright. I said, who came up with this?
Yes, Corey.
Hey, Corey, let's go.
In the Hall of Fame.
Yes,
man.
He should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Man. It's a long.
It's criminal.
Yeah. Oh, y'all make sure y'all check out the grind. My guy Corey. He did his Royal Rumble yesterday. So y'all make sure y'all go to YouTube and check out my man, Satoba Media, Corey Man. Make sure you see what Corey and his predictions were. So that's my guy, Corey. Just got to give him some love.
What up, Corey? Let's go, man. But I love this, man. I was like, I was like, is Staggs the second generation? I was starting to look it up. I was like, I don't know if he is, but if so, that's still tough.
Him and Dean Malenko.
Throw him in there too. Oh, Dean Malenko.
Him and Dean Malenko are my favorite technishans.
Man. Dean, man, the master of 1,000 holes. Man, look,
the master of 1,000 holes.
1,000 holes, boy.
With that Texas cloverleaf on you, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know what's so funny about him? And I know, smidge off topic, but remember, like, on the WCW days, and it was him, Eddie, Mysterio, and La Parka, like that cruiserweight division.
Guerrero.
La Parka.
And
like their cruiserweight division was so stacked, it was insane. WWE tried to replicate it and they just couldn't do it. Even when they brought them over, they tried to do it. It wasn't the same. WCW had something cooking with that. And I just remember seeing Malenko going up against like an Eddie, and his style was so different from everybody else's. But when he was a cruiserweight champion, he was so believable. And you were like, yeah, man, that's Malenko, baby. Oh, Dean. Remember when he was with the Radicals? I'm about to go play that.
Yeah.
Him and Perry Saturn in the crew, and Benoit. I think Benoit was in that group too.
Yeah.
Look.
That's different time, bro.
Good stuff.
Time. Oh man. Let's go ahead and talk about it. But yeah, man, Tavion Heights losing to Lexis King. I thought this was insane. Then we flash forward to Zarya going up against Thea Hale. Now look, the chaos between Tatum Paxley and man, I love this though. With Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dane, I love the chaos. But for Zarya, this done had you so distracted. This done had you so distracted to where Thea Hale gets to roll a pin on you. And then to the point where Thea Hale's like, hey, I got you. Zarya said, to hell with that. Here's an F5.
I give that 4. Solid F4, but you know.
Zarya, how many conversations do we need to have about this? You know, before it was Genesis, then it was the whole thing was Soul. Then you started doing your own thing. Now it's just you're letting the little BS just distract you. Get on your game, Zarya. You got Thea Hale. Thea Hale being you. Come on.
Hey, bro, like the come up has got to be amazing when it does happen, right? Like,
I would think
right?
so. I don't know, man. I just Zarya,
Like,
you need to win this for yourself. I can't keep giving this encouragement. Even though this is encouragement anymore, I'm just frustrated, man.
yeah, man. Look, you out here doing the F5, unleash the beast. Like, you can't be doing the
unleash
F5.
it.
You can't be doing the F5 and losing to Thea Hale. That's like Brock Lesnar losing to, like, I don't know,
James Ellsworth.
There you go. No, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do Thea like that.
I'm doing it like that.
Yeah, come on, man. That's James Ellsworth. It's crazy work, but you know, I mean, you know, maybe we'll say like Dar. What's my man name? Nomar Dar. Like that. It'd be the same equivalent.
Yeah.
You know, I like Dar. Yeah, Nomar Dar. He's a solid dude, but you know that would be the same. Like him.
I'll be okay with that, though.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I don't know, bro. It's just Zarya, man. She kills me, man. Yeah, come on, Corey.
or as minus 9,000.
Bro, see, I ain't the only one.
It's crazy though because we talking about the hype around her had you thinking, yo, she about to be this person. But she also did come in, and we talked about this before too, fellas. She also came in around the time where they were debuting a lot of people, and I felt like she kind of got lost in the shuffle because Stephanie was in there. And Julia was in that mix as well. Like, so she came in at that time. But when are you gonna unleash the beast?
That's what I'm saying.
Not doing the F5. You just can't do Brock Lesnar's move and not be that person. Like, no. And you have chances. Time to turn, girl. Time to turn.
It's been time.
It's been like almost a year and a half time.
Yeah,
nasty.
Please.
Please, like
I'm sick of this. I'm sick. You know what? What up, man? Yeah.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
I can't. I'm sick of this, bro. That's how sick I am with this Zarya situation, bro. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. Main event. Okay. We had, come on, that YN crash out. Okay. Keanu Carver.
This dude is insane.
Keanu Carver beating Andre Chase. Now, this wasn't no surprise in my opinion because, you know, it's Andre Chase. But then Ricky Saints came out feeling good. You know, he's out there talking about how he's going to be the one to win the ladder match, how he's going to be one to grab the title. Hey, Keanu Carver, say, hey, look. He said, look, y'all doing all that talking. We can go ahead and throw some hands right now, man. They just started brawling, boy. Keanu Carver did not need much. Honestly, to the point where even Joe Hendry came back. People popped for it. He was still injured. Tried to clean house, but that meant nothing because when you got this YN right here, right behind you, just ready to
run, Joe.
Run, Joe.
Quack, quack. Get out of there, Joe.
Look at that face on him. Look.
Yo, we've been calling this. We've been calling that. We've been calling it.
That's hilarious. Yep.
We were talking about that. We were talking about that, Corey. That's crazy.
Yep.
Man,
this YN over, baby.
It's funny we all see it at the same way.
It's so crazy.
It's bad. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's got to be a bad thing.
It might be a bad thing. It might be.
My man,
and you know what happened? Come on, you see what happened, man. Cleaned house, beat the hell out of Ricky, beat the hell out of anybody that was left. Keanu Carver cleaned house, and this was the finish right here.
Hey, man, look. Hey, look, I went.
Go lie. You got to hit the. I didn't need no interview, bro. That I'm telling you.
Interview? I was like, what, dude? Hey, I went on every NXT page that when they were showing them on Wednesday, and I just kept putting it in the comments. I'm like, why? And I like the crash out. He's here, baby. That's his real name. The crash out.
The crash out.
Hey, Sean is finding these dudes, bro.
He is, man. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I love this episode of NXT.
I did too.
I thought it was great. The birthright, they cooked with this, seeing everything with Miss Parker, that whole thing with Blake Monroe.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Corey.
Yo, you crazy for that one, Corey.
That's good. That's
Fnn Balor.
Ricky Saints, of course, doing his thing as always. And then, of course, Keanu Carver, bro. Like, that man to me, I'm like, yeah, boy, just a heel. And, of course, Zarya. You kill me. Zarya she was probably my only problem on NXT, to be honest. I don't feel like that's a shock or a damn surprise at this point. I feel like Zarya is constantly disappointing me. And again, I love the Zarya, but I just hate how they doing it, girl. You got to tell them we need to change something up. You know, Jay Movie Mania called me the other day. He said, "What's your complaints?" I said, "Well, you know what mine is, Zarya."
It's that simple. 5 letters, 1 girl, Zarya.
Zarya. Yeah. If it ain't Zarya, then it's somehow how they have my girl Lonnie losing. But you know, Lonnie wasn't there. But Zarya is my main concern right now. But I loved it. Heartbreak Prince, what are your thoughts, man? What you think?
Short and sweet. NXT, great show. I just want to give Ava her flowers. I know it may not be a popular thing, but I thought as GM, she actually did a great job. I know there's a lot of people that probably feel differently because she was like put in this place because of who her dad is and that type of thing.
She ought to be in the birthright for real.
Yeah. Oh, she should be. You know, but I have enjoyed her as GM. I really have of NXT. I thought she's done a phenomenal job. So you know, it's kind of sad and kind of shocking that she didn't want to renew her contract. I don't know, you know, if she has plans to maybe even get back in the ring because I know she wrestled at one point too. But yeah, I just want to give her flowers. Say thank you for her time. You know, her efforts as a GM on NXT. I appreciated her. Tony D. I felt, you know, y'all know I love Tony D. But I really did hope they was going to go down the path that you talked about, Mr. Exclusive, where he just stayed quiet for a while. So him breaking his silence, you know, I was like, all right, you know, I wish they would have went a little longer with it, but it's cool. And then Keanu Carver, this dude right here, I feel bad for everybody that's probably an opportunity.
Ain't doing no interview.
This dude is upset about everything, man.
Oba left. We need another Oba, and he went out and got this dude, and this dude is out here just destroying people. He is just nasty, but just destroying people. I said, Pretty Ricky, what they call him. You better bring, you better bring it on this because Keanu Carver is out here destroying people left and right. That dude is crazy.
What I say,
but I like it. Sean is finding him. Sean is finding him. He's highlighting him too. I like it.
Corey, you right on it. What have I been saying for week, fellas? What have I been saying about Tony for week? I've been calling my man NXT Sting for weeks. Insane vibe, man. It's insane. Like
I was hoping they would run with it.
They they still could. Just keep if you look, he's talked now, so it is what it is. But he has to be a man of few words.
I like that.
And you know, a man that has a lot to say on the outside, you know, but he says, you know, just says a few words. So I like the NXT, you know, like we always talked about. It's either here or it's here. It's either gonna be good or great. They never do anything, you know, below par. Even with the new group of people that they're bringing in, we've been concerned for years. Like, you know, the only time they had a really bad period is when they let Vince take over, and it started getting a little weird. But from that point, when they retook it from Vince, they have been good or great, and they have done a really good job of turnover. If we could name a company, can you name a company that can have great turnover like this? They lose employees and they get better each time. It doesn't happen. but NXT, for some reason, it happens. And you know, I think we're still learning these young guns and the young people that are out there. You know, so I think that part is something that we're gonna continue to see how they do. My man Crash Out, My man crash out this guy. Somebody's gotta talk to this guy. I'm concerned. He's out here just like, so we gotta work on him. I'm a little concerned, but overall, great show. Love what I've seen. And it does make me excited for the future. I also want to piggyback a little bit off of what HP Prince was saying about Ava. You know, I would go in these comments, and I know I had to tell myself, don't stay out of these comments sometimes. But when you watch how people talk so bad about her, her mouth doesn't close. It's insane stuff. Like, we all don't have some type of imperfection. She's a beautiful woman, you know?
She is.
And like, we all don't have some type of imperfections, but just, I used to get so heated. And I used to have to say, I don't say nothing, because you're going to start a fight that you can't even, there's no need to even get into these comments and try to go to war with these people. Ava don't even know you fighting for her like that, you know? So I'm just going to sit back and let it go. But it used to just be so hard to watch. And she wasn't a bad GM. I've seen way worse GMs than her. Yeah. And, you know, and I think she did a solid job. Was she regal? No. And not a lot of people can be regal. But whoever the next GM is, it has to be the right person. I
wonder if it will be regal again.
Yeah, I know. Stone has been like the backup guy, right? He's been kind of like the assistant GM. I don't think they should go that route personally, but they need somebody with a little character, you know, somebody that does kind of command authority. If you go back to regal, that'd be great. But if you don't, you got to have somebody that people are going to be like, I respect this GM. Kind of like what you did with Pierce, even though Pierce be having his moments, but you still respect Pierce. It's official. You still expect it. You respect what all this has done. So if I was them, I would go the route of maybe somebody from maybe the independent scene in that same route, bring them in, and that people know. Maybe a female, bring them in and let them run the ship. I mean, but I think that's the route they should continue to go. Somebody who's well known in the wrestling world, that's at the end of it and wants to come in and do some good things. So I think that might be the route to go.
Yeah, man. Look, hey, all respect to the Pebble, man. I feel like that's as far as we ever. That's as far as I ever take it. I just go from Ava to calling her the Pebble, and I feel like it's only out of respect because your father is the Rock. So
right. You can't be the Stone. You got to be the Pebble. You know,
you got to be the Pebble. You know. Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree with y'all, man. I hate the way how they kind of talk about it, man. It's really just sickening. But hey, all prayers and thoughts go out to you, Ava. Best future endeavors, whatever you do. Good luck in doing whatever you about to do. Hopefully, if you come back, hey, we always love you, Pebble. So do your thing.
Hey, come back to the birthright. Come back to the birthright.
The birthright, come on. The birthright. Come on. Can you come back to that?
If they take that name, we got to fight because that's
telling you. Look,
that's an exclusive.
Ava and Ariana Grace, women tag teams right there.
Yep.
Birthright.
The birthright.
That's your birthright. So we'll see what happens. Oh man. But we talked about some of the great things that happened with Chef Sean cooking up with NXT. Now it's time to talk about the best part of the end of the week with Friday Night Smackdown. Man, Friday Night Smackdown, man. I ain't gonna lie. Friday Night Smackdown was crazy, boy. Now, what I will say is this. I expected us to see, some Royal Rumble things happen because they was already in Saudi, So I wasn't too mad about it. I knew we were going to see some things. But let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. Okay, they kicked this off talking about Cody, Randy, Sammy, and for some damn reason, we had Jey Uso. Now, we started this off first with Cody, talking about him trying to win the Royal Rumble for the third time. Okay, Randy comes out talking about he can win it for the third time. I was like, we get it. And then, of course, Randy talks about his climb to trying to get that 15th title reign. But then Sammy, how it is with Sammy coming out, talking about how it's important for him to win the Royal Rumble, how he needs this, how, his son didn't see him do it, so now he needs to do it. I said, all right, I feel that. You go ahead and do what you want to do. And of course, Jey Uso brings his ass out there ready to yeet everything up. I say, you know what? What the tag team title? I think that's what kind of be pissing me off sometimes. But then, who comes out? The Vision. Man, and of course, y'all already know what happens with this. They done set up an 8-man tag match with the Vision going up against Cody, Randy, Sammy, and Jey Uso. So we'll see what happens with that. Then we flash forward. Man, come on. This was a banger of a match, by the way. Carmelo Hayes beating Ray Phoenix. Now, this was a banger. I love how the crowd was really into this. I love how the crowd, again, popping for my man Melo. Love to see it. But again, yeah, I mean, this match with him and Ray Phoenix, I think it showed so much of Carmelo's just wrestling ability in the ring and really just showing that versatility. But again, I loved it. Great to see another title defense. So that's with that man Melo. Then we flash forward. Look to this tag team chaos. Look, now they all talking. Look, it started with Rhea and Io. Okay. Rhea's talking about, how they became friends and how they, face each other before at Mania and how it brought them to being tag team champions. I said, all right, I get it, Io and Rhea. We get it. But then Julia and Kiana James came up and they said, look, nobody's worried about you two. What y'all need to be worried about is Julia. And Julia is going to be a 3 title belt holder. When me and Julia win the tag team champions, then she said, when Julia wins the World Rumble and becomes a women's world champion, I said, damn, we giving Julia 3 titles? All right. Well, look, she ain't no.
That's crazy work.
That's crazy. Look, she ain't no Mercedes Moné, but look, I'm gonna say
That's
this.
big.
If that's the direction they going with, we gonna say. Oh man. Then we flash forward. Now, this was another really good match, and I thought this was interesting here. We had the Judgment Day, of course, attempting to drive a wedge between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. But that being said, that led to a tag team match between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss going up against Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Now, the great thing about it is that we had Raquel, of course, with the outside interference, but of course, La Primera came and even the odds, and then you see Alexa Bliss getting the dub over Roxanne Perez. Then we flash forward. Man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Jordan Grace kind of got me in a little chokehold right now. Look,
Right,
I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I will tell you. Look, I gotta say this real quick. Isn't it crazy how like she done came to WWE and I don't think she's gotten any work done since being in WWE. Let me clarify that.
I don't even think any crazy work. Just
right, and it's insane. Like the difference. Like she looked like a completely different woman. I know homeboy at the house is like, yeah, like because
this is what I know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Something when she started putting those glasses on, I said,
oh. It makes her it gives her a softer approach,
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the softer approach.
Yeah, and it still works. It still works. I don't know, man. She got me. It's like the last month started kind of changing up her looks a little bit. I said something about this. I said I like this Jordan Grace. Now, I've always been a fan of Thick Mama Pump now, but this day, I don't know, bro. This all right. But what I loved about this though, and we got to talk about this, Jay Cargill attacking Jordan Grace. I thought this was crazy, man. These women started brawling, and honestly, I think this is going to be really, really good. Like, just kind of seeing how this went, I said, this seems a lot more believable, and I actually like this rivalry. I think we might have something cooking with Jordan Grace and Jade, so we'll see what happens.
She needed this. She did.
Yeah,
she needed this. Yep.
She really did need this. This was something that I think gives Jade like an actual competitor. Speaking of competitors, man, let's go ahead and talk about this. AJ Styles, okay, came out again, talking to the crowd. I said, man, you can't be doing this 2 nights in a row, bro. I can't keep doing this. You talking, telling everybody that, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Gunther, came out. I ain't gonna, it's funny. AJ Styles said he looked like a professor. The crowd didn't catch that. I was like, come on, bro. I see what he was talking about. But yeah, man, I mean, Gunther telling AJ Styles is going to make him tap, but AJ Styles said, "Look, I didn't tap. You're the one that tapped like a little. Come on now." I said, "Yeah, boy, that was good. That was good." So we'll see what happens with that today. God, I'm scared. Then we flash forward
Yeah.
to the MFTs, man. Look, I like this. Look, man, look at my man Tama, man. Tama, look, they just it's something about the lighting, bro. This joint look tough. I love this though. You know, Solo talking about the importance of his family tree, talking about, what he did to get those tag team titles. And then hands his tag team titles, him and Tama Tonga, hand the titles both to Tonga Loa. I said, so what the hell does this mean? But then after that, the Wyatt Six cut a promo right after that, breaking in between their a whole, video. And you see Bo Dallas telling the MFTs, just wait, the time is coming. Just because you took the titles doesn't mean we're done with you. I thought this was interesting, so we'll see what's going to happen with that. Then we flash forward. Man, 8-man tag match here, man. Look, this was a little chaotic at the end, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the man that plays Drew McIntyre came pulling Sammy out the ring, beating the hell out of him. Bell goes ding ding. You know what happens? That's a DQ. Then, okay, in the midst of Drew getting ready to hit Sammy with a freaking title, who comes out? The man with the magic boot, Jacob Fatu. Love to see this. Then, after he's starting to put his hands on Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes runs up to Jacob and tosses him to the stairs. I said, okay, bet. You ain't gonna do that to the man with magic boot too much longer, Cody. But then Drew taking Cody, tossing him into the corner ring post. I said, oh yeah, y'all getting crazy tonight. Then, when Drew's setting himself up to hit a Claymore for Cody, Sammy hitting Drew with a haluva kick. I said, oh, y'all boys are on one tonight. But then, Sammy, and look at this image right here. I thought this was very important right here. Sammy, because you know how they like to paint this little picture like this is about to happen. Sammy with the title on the floor. You see the WrestleMania background right there. He's going to grab the title. But then, Cody?
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm sick of this. I said, Cody, come on, man. This ain't it. This ain't it. But then, just as y'all got a little too distracted, who came and speared the hell out of both of y'all? The man that has the missile on his back, Braun Breaker, hitting Cody and Sammy with a double spear. And again, look at that WrestleMania pick. They trying to paint something here. But this is the finish right here. Now,
four-way, fatal four-way, maybe.
It's a possibility.
Drew,
it's a possibility.
Braun, Cody, and Sammy.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I mean, but this also could be setting up elimination chamber, so we got to keep that in the back of our minds too. Like they may want all these guys in the mix for the chamber, and I
can see that.
No, y'all. All the three people they showed at the end of that, if one of them win today,
yeah, one of these three. Yeah, I don't want it to be neither one of these three men right here.
If one of those three win today, I'm gonna pitch a fit. Like
that's a good question, Corey.
It's gonna be legendary. See,
concern factors.
Hey, Cole, I saw you comment. I know you like Carmelo.
In WWE. Oh, shoot.
No, that's a tough one right now. Most prestigious.
I can't. It's funny.
And WWE right now.
If you didn't say WWE, I had at least like 3 AEW titles. I would have said. The most prestigious, I'd probably say the NXT title because of Obafemi.
Yeah. But if he's talking main roster, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, I just
right now, women's tag team titles is probably
honestly, that's probably a good answer. It's big only
in the face.
They've put so. Remember, we talked about how bad it used to be. Now they've put so much effort into making those titles relevant that they've kind of forgot how the mid card titles should be, and then the world titles are. I mean, they got two solid people with the titles, with Drew and
and CM Punk, but once again they don't let they change the hands too fast. Like it's hard to choose that. So I mean, women's tag team titles had the same problem.
I'm also like with Bland. I agree with Bland comment earlier about like the open championships like being played out. Like I wish they stopped. I'm with him. I'm kind of wishing they stopped doing that every single week.
I mean, and it's insane because like I get it. It was cool initially, but now you've changed 3 champions, and all 3 champions was doing the same thing. Like
same thing.
And yes, we know it's a Cena tradition, but like, where are the storylines? Where are the feuds? Like
And that's what happens when you have the open championship. There's no storyline. You don't have time to build a storyline.
Man, it's gonna sound crazy. Who the Intercontinental champion, y'all? I forget.
For the men's?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Then you put us on the spot like that.
I have no
Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom.
Yeah, because he's been off TV. Dirty Dom.
but I forgot. That's a problem.
Yeah.
How can your second all time, your second most, important title is not being defended? Heck, even when Dom was champion, he was barely defended. This man has 2 titles. So now he's holding triple triple he's holding them hostage. They don't even have a true world champion because he's hurt. You got the Intercontinental. How you let one person hold? And I love Dom, y'all. I love Dom. But how do you let him hold hostage 2 titles? And I ain't gonna get upset.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of cold though. What Roman said is kind of cold, but I mean it's true. It's he gave him 2 years, and no one has stepped up, and that's that. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
And that's why I want this WrestleMania to be like new talent. I'm sorry, but CM Punk, he's cool and all, but he's not for me. Like, I mean, Cody Rhodes, he's cool and all, but you got to change his thing up. Like, I don't know. Just give me some new. So give me somebody new. I want to see new ideas, like I want to see someone being creative. I want to see somebody that takes the title and makes it their own, like like something like Chelsea Green did, or something like Ethan Page did, where it's like, I'm it. It's here to stay. It's with me. That type of thing.
Right.
I'm like right now, Drew is so new into his run. It just depends on how they do his run. But he's been the best like heel for the WWE has had. I don't know if they don't pull a surprise win for Royal Rumble.
I'm gonna become a YN. I feel that, bro.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm a crash out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be the next. I'm gonna crash out.
This is a problem. No, but we've been saying this for a little bit. That it's a problem with the fact that when you start changing changing the title's hands so quickly, the title starts not to matter anymore.
Right.
But then you start to feel it is just a prop. And you don't want that.
No prestige, man. No.
I think, and then thinking about it, I think maybe the most prestigious title might be the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
The Women's Intercontinental.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that, but I ain't want to give Becky that much credit just yet.
Yeah,
so
I thought about it. I said, I think it has to go to the man.
I would do that.
Becky Lynch. I think she's the best.
Let me change my answer. It's the Women's Intercontinental Champion.
The Women's U.S. Championship, and this is just me glazing all over Chelsea Green, no Diddy or whatever else you want to call it. But this is just me hyping up Chelsea Green. If Chelsea Green was still U.S. champion like she probably should have been, that probably would be the most prestigious title in WWE. But they don't know what they want. They give Julia she a 2-time champion, and there's no aura behind. And I hate that because Julia's a really good wrestler, but there's no aura behind her on the main level, on the main roster. So it's crazy.
I can't forget Becky Lynch. She is killing it.
She is the man.
The feud she's been having. And even between, even though that has switched hands back and forth, between Becky, Maxine, and back to Becky, it's still like, it's still been on a good run as far as Lyra Valkyria had it for a while. The feud that came out of that, her and Becky, then Becky had it, carried it like for a minute, and just been a beast. Maxine, I really wish they would have kept, with her, because it was like new talent. Plus, she was coming along very well, in my opinion. And but now it's back to Becky, and I'm not mad about it because Becky she's been killing it. In her return, her promo work, her in-ring work, I love it. Love it. And everybody says it. ESPN has said it.
Bleacher Report has said
Sports
it.
Illustrated has said it.
Sports
Bleacher Report has said it. Exclusive Nights Podcast has said it.
We done said it, yeah.
MSNBC has said it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
CNN has said it. Like everybody, huh?
The Animal Channel. The best one right now.
The Animal
The
Channel.
Animal Channel.
The Animal Channel said it. The BBC has said it. Come on.
But what's scary though about what Corey brought up though is the fact that Roman Reigns talking about the title, not really being, not doing anything over the last 2 years since he's dropped the titles. Because the last time the title really did feel relevant is when he held it.
That's true.
I don't want them to have to go back. I don't want them to go back. But at the same time, though, when you got fans and people like Corey and other, that realizes and notices this, I feel like it puts WWE and their leadership, creative, whatever you want to say, in this bind of like, we got to get a ball back to Roman Reigns. He's got to carry the title again. We've got to get and they just start beating an old tire again. And I just think I don't know what the problem is, like what the solution is as far as how they can solve this, even like going with new talent. Does it boil down to creative? Does it boil down to just maybe these wrestlers aren't as great being the head of something, like the head of the company? Like I'm trying to figure out where is the ball dropping, because all of these are great wrestlers that we're talking about.
Right.
Then once you put the title on them, it's like, guys, it just doesn't feel prestigious. It doesn't feel like a champion. I don't know.
I think a lot of it has to do with the way they set up the challengers, because we've noticed that sometimes it's the storylines after the person becomes a champion. Now, this is me just tooting his horn a little bit. I like what they're kind of doing with Drew to get this started, because they're kind of giving him multiple people that can go after him and potentially build up long-term storyline, matches, with Randy and maybe Trick down the road. Like they have people that they're kind of like throwing in the mix. My thing is, the only person I really feel, and I know y'all be like, oh, you just say this all the time because of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre could do this. He has the potential to do this. I don't think they're going to let him. That is the problem. They need somebody who can be a believable champion for 10 months to a year. They need somebody who can do that. Punk,
who would you pick right now?
I would pick Drew.
Still pick Drew. Yeah,
I would pick Drew. I mean, Drew's probably.
I'm talking about for like the other title, like for
the other title.
Yeah.
Finn. I would say Finn. I would give it to Finn.
Heel
or
Cody.
LA Knight.
Heel Cody, maybe. Heel Cody could hold it for a year, and you would hate him probably by the end of the year, or you really love him so much that depending on your style of heel Cody could do it, but they're not going to go that route because he's too loved on the other front. The merchandise sales are too much there for them to make that leap. And so I would say heel Cody. I would definitely agree that Finn probably could do it if you make him Demon Finn. I think that could probably work too. But I just don't think they go that route. But there's only a few. There's only a few that could really do it right now that are in the company. I think Punk could do it, but Punk's older now. But I also think it needs to be a heel that does this. The heel has to be able, you have to hate this man enough that by the time he loses the title, you be like, thank the Lord they took the title off this man. So it has to be the right person.
I've seen a lot of Finn and LA Knight, man.
LA Knight could do it.
LA Knight could definitely do it.
Heel LA Knight.
Impact. He did it on Impact, and that's what brought the dummy button.
Heel LA Knight could. Like I said, it has to be a heel. Good guy, lovey-dovey. Hey, I'm gonna, offer you a title challenge. That guy's not gonna work. You need somebody who's gonna be hated. I would say that Gunther would be a good choice, but and I'm not a knock on him. Well, it is a knock. He doesn't have enough personality, to me, to make it work. Wrestling ability, shoot, it's working. He's working on it, but I don't think it's enough. Now, Triple H think it's enough. He probably give him the title for 4 years, and it'd be all right with it. But I think that he just, to me, doesn't have enough personality to make it work for me to be believable for a year. He's not on social media making people hate him like Drew or making people just and tune into him. You got to have somebody that grabs the attention. It's got to be
my pick, and I don't know how popular this will be. I know it might be crazy, but my pick would be Trick Williams.
It could work.
And the reason why I would pick
we done
Trick
seen him
Williams
do it.
is because of the fact that he has this aura, he has a swag, the way he kind of carries like himself with the like just this new energy, this new vibe.
Right.
And as champion, this like I am bigger, I'm better, I'm rich, like all of these things that attitude that he just brings to everything. Like it's like, who do you think, like how many storylines can you put you can put him in and it just works because of the fact that he is his character, just the way he is right now. Like I'm 250 pounds. I got 5 chains, 8 abs. This, that, like it's just how he is. I think that would be. I know it's early because he just got there, but I think that's the aura that a championship needs. Like I am the champ, the champ, and it's like it's not. When I walk out, you understand why. You see it. You know why. Like when Roman Reigns carried both, had both titles. The minute you could just see, this is a champion. This is why when he was beating the entire roster, you just understood. This is why. This is what a champion looks like. This is what a champion is. And I don't think I feel that way. Like CM Punk, but when he comes out, I'm like, he's champion, but I'm like, it's not the same. There's no, the aura for that is not there. Like I don't feel like he needs the title. CM Punk is over with or without the title, period.
Yeah.
But I just feel like somebody with an attitude like that has a personality like that has to be the face of the brand and be able to carry it forward, to make the title feel a certain way. And then you get so tired of him that when somebody actually does beat him, especially when you get a good feud, I
think Oba Fnn. I'll go to Oba too.
Oba could work too.
Oba could work, but I have to see what he looks like against the rest of the roster first. How they present him first.
Yeah, we've seen
if
a little
bit. They present
bit
him like he did with Cody. Yeah, then give him like a couple of months of like just dominating and kind of being But since Trick has been there already for the past 2 months, we've seen him. Yeah. You gotta feel for his vibe, the way he enters the ring, holding up the boot to the crowd, like all of that aura. It's like champion. It screams champion to me.
Yeah, I think that Punk would be a good person to help push the next person.
Yes,
I think that's his whole purpose at this point. He's champion, but if you're gonna, whoever you want that next great person to be, let CM Punk help develop that person. Yeah, because that's what CM Punk to me is as a champion right now. Look, he deserves it. Look, he's been great since he's come back. People love him, but he is the person that you want to develop the next champion and make him a star. Drew is the guy that you have carry it, right?
Yes.
But Punk is the guy. That's what I said. They got the titles on the right guys right now. And Punk could be the guy to develop whoever you want next to take the leap and run with it. You know what I'm saying? So you're in good position. Just make it happen.
And Trick even dresses like a champion.
Yeah,
he even comes down to the ring.
Bro.
The white minx. Like it's just superstar. Like it's just I'm it. Yeah. And the crowd, he's one of those people that he's a heel, but the crowd's gonna love him. He could be face. I still think the aura is still there. Like it's just he can just go either way, and I just think
do either or.
It's fresh. I just think, and you give him a run, and just being him, like being what he is right now, coming out just saying just crazy stuff.
just let it happen.
3 cars, 8, like he just 2 chains.
Just let it happen. Let it happen,
man.
Let it happen. When he come out there, he like kind of staring to the side,
and to the side, this little look, and then he just take that little swag walk, like he just knows,
it's aura, bro.
It's aura, and that's what you have to have. Like Roman Reigns and his aura was insane. As it was over 9,000, and I think that's what did it. I mean, we saw the turnaround for Roman, and
Nicole.
We witnessed it. It was
right there with you, Nicole.
And Nicole, really quick, Nicole, she really wants Roman and Drew because there's a promo. If you go back and find it on YouTube, where Drew and Roman was sitting at the head of the table. Drew was sitting on the side because he was the challenger, and he told Drew, he said, "I like you, Drew, but you're a good number 2." And I do remember that. That is cold. That is cool. And now Drew is the champion, and Roman would have to go there. But Roman told that man, "You are a good number 2."
I've always loved
as long as
Drew
I'm
and
around,
Roman
you'll always
feud.
be second best.
Well, see, and that's the reason why last night I picked Roman to win it. Because if you're going off the money, right, and you're going off who could you choose between the two, he has beef with both guys. Yeah. If you want to go the Paul Heyman route, where they had that connection to Paul Heyman, and he still, they planted the seed when they were tag team partners in the War Games, all that stuff. So that one could work, right? And then of course him and Drew, because they've got history. Drew hates the bloodline. Yeah. Who better to come after your title than a member of the bloodline? Someone that you dislike with all of your heart. That's why I say, if you're going to go that route, he makes the most sense, and he doesn't have to choose right away. You make us wait because he could play both sides. And so then whoever wins the Elimination Chamber, like, well, I don't know who I'm going to face. That's because Roman hasn't decided yet.
Yeah.
But then whoever wins the Elimination Chamber needs to be somebody who also could work with both, if that's the route.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited for this. I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
I think SmackDown gave us a lot to kind of look forward to. But yeah, man, I think I'm excited for this because we're like two hours away.
Yeah, I mean, we got exactly 2 hours. We're an hour away from the Rumble draft
show.
So we're
yeah.
We're an hour away from that. So everything is cooking.
This is gonna be good. Yeah, I gotta make sure my calls. I gotta call Mother Night as soon as we done here.
I gotta run out, grab a few things, and
I gotta go clear the path so y'all can walk in.
I'm about to say, get ready. I gotta see what I'm gonna bring. I don't know what I'm gonna bring to the Rumble, but yeah. I'll talk to you after, off air.
We'll figure it out.
But as always, please make sure y'all follow all of our social medias, man. I tell y'all this all the time. Y'all already know what to do. Facebook, we on that. X, we on that. Instagram, we on that. TikTok, we're on that as well. Hey, appreciate all
quack.
Quack. Come on now. Appreciate all the love and support y'all been giving, man. Look, the numbers been going up. We see the support. We hear the support. We feel the support. Now, that's what Carmelo said the other. But no, we do. We appreciate all the love and support y'all been giving us. Look, keep liking, keep subscribing, and we're gonna keep giving you that content the exclusive way.
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. We really do.
It's been a fun episode. Episode. We've gotten a lot of love.
Bland, Cole,
yes,
Zach, all of you, BJ. Thank you so much.
Yeah, everybody that popped in and showed some love for the episode. We truly appreciate y'all, man. It's been fun. We're coming back this evening, so if you want to talk Rumble afterwards, we'll be back on this evening. It's kind of let out some frustrations. We're gonna see how accurate that we were when we made our picks last night, and we'll see all that.
We'll see if we dethroned the queen.
Right. We're either gonna be really upset. Somebody's gonna be mad at this evening. Like it's gonna be one of those things. So
if she wins again.
Just 1 minute. Oh,
you gotta be kidding me.
I never thought.
Damn.
Straight up.
No, you know what? I think there's one more for that one.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
She cannot. This lady cannot win this year. I'm dead serious.
I'm telling you,
and look, I want y'all to understand, we love her. She is the queen of Knights. That's our girl. But she just be figuring it out every single year in this
pool.
This is an
embarrassment.
I don't understand. And like I haven't even won. At least Heartbreak Prince and Eric Knight can say, I got one in my pocket. I need number 2. Your boy's just trying to get one. I'm just trying to get one. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel it in my spirit. I don't think it's gonna happen this year either, and that's okay. But it's just gonna make me hungry. I will become the lovable loser. I will become the Sami Zayn of this pool. I will become the Sammy of this pool every year until I win one. Just one.
Hey, look, all I know is Titletown coming to the Knights tonight, boy. Look,
somebody in the Knights are going to win. Unless Mr. Game Time comes in here on the first time and says,
that's going to be diabolical work if this man comes in his first year and takes it.
Hey, remember, your net did it that year. Yannette did it that year when she split with Bates, and I'm like, that's insane work. She been in one of them, and she won at least once.
The people that be getting on the first try, like Mother Night, bro.
First time.
I was like, girl, you got the first Rumble ever. I said, you the first winner ever. So I said, hey, if you win it, I gotta go with the bloodline. So
look, in the Knight household, there are 2 wins total. So by all means, like I said, I'm hoping for the best this year.
I'm rooting for you, Mr. Exclusive.
I appreciate it, fellas. I don't think it's gonna happen. hey, shout out to BJ. BJ's always coming through in the clutch, man. You know, fellas, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I'll throw the invitation out there. Corey and BJ, if you guys want to join us to talk Rumble at 7, give E a scream. Corey, give me a scream. We'll have you on here. We'll all fuss together. We'll all fuss together. So
ain't nothing but a link away, boy.
Let us know. Hit me up. And we'll figure that thing out, and we'll just yell. We'll just yell and be mad.
Oh man! But as always, I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. We had the legacy make himself, Mr. Exclusive, and we had the one man and the only man that can check into the Heartbreak Hotel, and that's Heartbreak Prince himself. Because we are the Exclusive Knights, and we always ensure that we're the best there is, the best there was, and the best that ever will be. And to ensure, come on, boy. And to ensure that your nights will never be the same.
That's trick.